Two of my favorite rappers have finally come together for what I'm assuming is their first track together. The track is Fantasy World by Locksmith and Slug of Atmosphere. The track is produced by Apathy and also features Rebecca Nobel. But you know what time it is. We're going to go bar for bar and break down these lyrics. The track starts off with a chorus from Rebecca. Who the hell do you think you are? Jewels in a fancy car. You ain't built like that, so take that back. Little wish on a fallen star. Oh, you. Living in a fantasy world. So this starts off pretty straightforward, I would say. Like, who do you think you are? Like, you got these jewels in a fancy car, but you ain't built like that. So just kind of take all that back. And, like, it's almost like you're living in a fantasy world. I think this could be talking about rappers. Could just be talking about influencers on Instagram. A lot of possibilities there. Given that it's a song from lyricists, I would have to assume that it's about rappers. Before I get into Slug's verse, this is one of the few breakdowns that I've fully transcribed, so I could be wrong with some of these lyrics, but I think I was pretty close at least. But anyways, Slug's verse. I'm exhausted, got bags underneath my heart, but I'll liberate your car before my people starve. I'm swimming through the garbage with the maggots and artists, face down, drowning in the shaggest of carpets. He's tired. He's got bags underneath his heart. Like, that's how tired he is. Because normally, when you say you got bags, like, it's underneath your eyes. And that's due to the lack of sleep. But he's to the point where he's so tired that he has bags underneath his heart. Like, his heart is heavy. But he's not going to let that stop him from giving his people what they need. He will liberate your car before his people starve. So either he's going to liberate your car from you and drive away and go someplace where he can help feed his people, or he's going to steal whatever's in your car so that his people don't starve. He's swimming through the garbage with the maggots and artists. I don't know. I think the garbage here is just like the underground or the lesser known artists or the artists that don't show off, I guess. It's more of like a backhanded compliment to himself, which is really just not a compliment in any sense, or to anyone involved, I say. Because if you're swimming through garbage, like, you just imagine there's nothing good there. But him throwing in artists make it sound like other people like him who are also swimming in this are just here. Like, they don't, like, Slug's successful in his own right, but he's not gonna go out and be hella flashy like all these more popular artists. And I think him saying he's drowning in the shaggest of carpets is really just maybe saying his like putting his age on display, because shag carpets are a little bit older, and Slug's a little older now. I don't know if that's what he's going for, but also he's often self-deprecating, so it very well could be. I know it probably sounds like a complaint, but it ain't. Keep a roller ready for the wet paint. If you can't trust yourself, you can't believe in anybody else. We ain't got time to realign your parallels. So everything he's saying sounds like it could be him complaining, because he's exhausted. He's doing what he can to provide, and he's just swimming through garbage and just face down. So yeah, it sounds like he could be complaining, but he's not. He's just, talking about it. Keep a roller ready for the wet paint. I'm assuming what he means here is that the wet paint is going to kind of cover up all of this negativity or these complaints that he has. So he's trying to basically repaint what's being said or what's being done. He's painting another picture for you, or telling you to paint another picture. If you can't trust yourself, you can't believe in anybody else. Makes sense, and you should be trusting yourself before anyone else. And if you can't trust yourself, how can you expect yourself to believe in other people? I'm not embarrassed or scared to fail. You can definitely tell by my hair and my nails. I shot the deputy, the sheriff was a separate deal. We all standing in line to ride the same fucking Ferris wheel. Slug has been around for a while. I believe at this point he's been in the game for about 30 years. So if he was scared to fail, he probably wouldn't still be around. And he's also not embarrassed to say certain things or like just talk about himself. If you've listened to any of Atmosphere's music, you know that he just kind of puts himself out there. He's very open about his life, I'd say. Or just aspects of his life. But you can definitely tell by his hair and his nails. I think that is just him saying like, look at my hair, like I'm a mess. But also look at his nails. So yeah, you can look like a mess. But then if you look at his nails, like the image that I got is that he's like biting his nails. So it's like hella like pushed back. So he like, and people bite their nails due to anxiety or just force a habit really. But if we're going off of that previous line, him being not scared to fail, this kind of contradicts it. He's like, oh, what if I fail? That sort of thing. So he's still just kind of being like, yeah, I'm not scared to fail, but I kind of am sometimes. But I mean, that's kind of the same deal. Like most people have that. Excuse me, Crab, I'm not having it. You want to take a stab? Contact the upper management. Ain't enough time to keep waiting for tomorrow. Open the wine and drink straight from the bottle. There's not enough time to keep waiting for tomorrow, so enjoy today. Basically, that's why he's saying just drink straight from the bottle. Like, why wait for tomorrow to enjoy something? Like, enjoy it now. This then goes back into the chorus, which is the same as before, and then Locksmith's verse. You think celebrity status is statisless till you stack your chips and you wager. Self-examination for government pen and paper. And some of us in a taper. Integrity for some acres. Slice of Americana because their Madonna is Taylor. So you think celebrity status is statisless till you stack your chips and you wager. You think there is nothing wrong with celebrity status. Maybe. Or like you think it's just easy. Like there's no static. There's nothing just in your ear, just constantly like bugging you, making noise. But you won't realize that until you stack your chips and bet on being a celebrity or getting to that point. Self-examination for government printed paper. To me, I'm not sure where that's going, honestly. I'm sure it's something pretty obvious. I'm just drawing a blank entirely. And government printed paper, money, but self-examination in what sense? Like mentally, like if you feel like there's something wrong with you, but like I don't know exactly how that correlates to money. Same thing with some of us in a taper. Not sure what he means by that, but integrity for some acres. Some of us in a taper, integrity for some acres. People will sacrifice their integrity to get something. This is a slice of Americana. This is just kind of what American life is, you could say. And this is because the, I guess, current generation, you could say, their version of Madonna is Taylor Swift. She's that pop artist for this generation. At least, again, that's what I'm pulling from this. Made for the people that's only seeking acceptance. Rather just pretend than accept the skin you're dressed in. Why even address it? Me, I got a bone to pick. These people are all just trying to seek acceptance. And to do so, they are creating a persona online. So, again, I think this is, like I said, at the top, it's probably addressing artists, but also just social media culture in general. So, I mean, obviously artists are only going to post their wins. So you'll see them online posting their cars, their jewelry, whatever it may be, whatever their wins are at that moment. But you don't really see what's going on behind the scenes. So you feel like to attain that level of success, you have to emulate them. So you have to have those things. So you're going to pretend to be like that rather than accept who you are as a person. And I think that's less so artists. Well, it depends on the artists that you follow on social media, I suppose, but more so influencers on social media. I'm just going off of the stereotype of influencers because I don't follow any influencers that I'm aware of, honestly, but like no one who's just trying to sell me shit. But people always follow these influencers who are just basically promoting a lifestyle and of supposed positivity that people will try to follow, but not necessarily realistic. And then he's like asking, why should I even address it? Well, I got a bone to pick with these people. Locksmith is one of those rappers who's going to be more lyrically focused. So seeing people who may not have the same level of skill attaining a higher level of success makes you feel some sort of way. I feel it. Better yet, a fish to fry. You capping, no big surprise. Your rapping is with the pride, solely superficial. His bone to pick or a fish to is. It could either be a bone to pick or a fish to fry. It's something that he needs to do or address. And now he's addressing these people more directly. You're capping. You are fake. That's not a surprise though. And your rapping is with pride. Like you rapping with hella pride, but it's superficial. You're just saying these things because that's what you expect people to want to hear. He's not necessarily just addressing these influencers or rappers. He's more addressing or also addressing the people who follow these people. Like, yo, this is all just kind of fake. So at least keep that in mind with this. Instant gratification, your lack of patience for fiscal, rewards you on board, but it's only an image that's stuck in high school. Showboating during a scrimmage, gloating just for attention, essentially just a prostitute. Instant gratification, yeah. So we are in an age of instant gratification. People want results immediately, not necessarily realizing that it takes time. You're on board for rewards, but your actual image, like who you are as a person, is stuck in high school, or not necessarily high school, but you're stuck in the mindset of someone who's basically reliving their glory days. Oftentimes it is in high school, like for people online, at least you could say. For example, say you were a football player in high school and you were super good and like everyone loved you. You then, let's say, never went on with it. And now you're just living at home doing nothing. Like you are still trying to relive those glory days that you had. But it's not really anything real anymore. They give likes and you kiss ass to constitute more social currency, currently chasing bucks. On Fantasy Island, your tattoos prove you fake as fuck. That section just straight up goes more into the social media aspect. Like, yeah, you are doing this for likes. And you're kissing ass to constitute, basically so that you can get attention. Like, I mean, you're already getting attention from the likes, but you're also kissing ass to get further attention and promote yourself in some strange influencer way, I guess. And your tattoos prove you're fake as fuck. I think that's talking about people who get fully tatted up and a way to make themselves seem hard, but not necessarily realizing that certain tattoos should only be had given certain circumstances. This then goes back into the chorus, and then the song's over. This song is dope. I mean, I say that every time I do a breakdown, but this is actually a really good song. It's really quick. It's only like 2 minutes, 50 seconds or something, but I don't know. I just had fun with it. The video especially was really good because it was basically just Locksmith on dad duty with Slug's face superimposed on his kid's body. And it wasn't even like they tried to scale down Slug's head. It was just Slug's actual head. But it was done really well. Like, it looked good. And it was just funny. Like, Slug was doing a really good job of just being a bratty looking kid. and then Locksmith is just being like, all right, well, fine, I'll just be a dad for now. But the song was fun. It definitely, it addresses what I assumed at the top, which is social media mostly, I'd say, or like the personas that people take on social media, which often are not the real persona that people have. You are living in a fantasy world. like the title of the song. But yeah, this song was dope. I'm glad these two finally got together for a song. The production was solid as hell, and the chorus is really good too. Like, it fits well. I was originally concerned, I guess, that Slug and Locksmith wouldn't really mesh together, but on this song it worked well, because they do have different rhyme styles, but it worked. I'm pleased. I don't know if like these songs that Locksmith has been putting out over the last, I guess, year at this point are going to be on a particular project or not. But given that they all have a very similar theme via the cover art, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to find out, I guess. This might just be collected in some sort of compilation, and then he has an actual album coming out. We'll have to wait and see. But with that said, let me know in the comments below if I missed anything or misinterpreted anything with these lyrics, because that is always a possibility, especially considering that I had to manually transcribe all these lyrics this time. But also, like and subscribe if you want to see more content and breakdowns like this. Thank you for watching, and please stay safe out there.